Ukraine uses long-range ATACMS missiles. Russia and related parties speak out on November 19th. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke after the Russian Defense Ministry announced that it had successfully intercepted a long-range ATACMS missile in the Bryansk region. While neither confirming nor denying the use of this weapon, Zelensky said that Ukraine had enhanced its long-range strike capabilities, including Neptune cruise missiles, domestic UAVs, and ATACMS. Information from Russia about the attack. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, 6 ATACMS missiles were attacked by S-400 and Pantsir air defense systems. 5 were shot down, while the remaining one was damaged, causing a fire at a military facility in Bryansk. Russia confirmed that there were no serious human or material losses. The announcement is consistent with reports from Ukrainian media, which cited unnamed officials who said Kiev had successfully attacked a military facility in Kharkiv, Bryansk region. If confirmed, it would be the first time Ukraine has used ATACMS, a U.S.-supplied ground tactical weapon, since the start of the Russia-Ukraine war nearly 1,000 days ago. Reaction from Kiev and the Western Alliance. At a joint press conference with Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen in Kiev, Zelensky highlighted cooperation with Nordic countries in the defense industry, with more than $1 billion invested in weapons production. He said Ukraine was ready to use all available weapons to counter the threat from Russia, including long-range missiles. Earlier, U.S. media such as the New York Times and the Washington Post reported that U.S. President Joe Biden had authorized Ukraine to use ATACMS missiles for limited strikes deep into Russian territory. The decision, made just 2 months before Biden leaves office, marks a major shift in U.S. policy toward the Ukraine conflict. Brian Nichols, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State, confirmed the authorization in an interview with Brazil's O Globo newspaper on November 19th. However, the move has been met with opposition from allies of former President Donald Trump. Opinions within the U.S. are mixed. Speaking on Fox News on November 18th, Mike Waltz, who was nominated to be National Security Advisor under Trump, said Biden's decision was a dangerous escalation with unpredictable consequences. Richard Grenell, former acting director of U.S. National Intelligence, also criticized the decision, saying it could start a whole new war. Meanwhile, Mr. Grenell emphasized that the political change in the U.S. is having a major impact on the approach to the Ukraine conflict. He predicted that the policy would be reversed if Trump took office, as the former president has said he could end the war in 24 hours, although he did not provide details of his plan. Germany's view. Germany, a major ally of Ukraine, has maintained its stance that it will not supply the Taurus long-range cruise missiles. German government spokesman Wolfgang Buchner said on November 18th that Chancellor Olaf Scholz had made his position clear and had no intention of changing his mind. In September, Scholz warned that the transfer of the weapons could lead to Germany being seen as a direct participant in the conflict. "We can only supply these weapons if we identify and define our targets ourselves," the Chancellor said in a statement at the time. "This is impossible if we want to avoid becoming a party to this conflict." Ukraine's future plans. Ukraine is working to modernize its military and increase its domestic weapons production capacity. Areas such as UAVs, missiles, artillery, and ammunition are being prioritized for investment, especially thanks to support from Nordic countries. President Zelensky hopes that this cooperation will help Kiev maintain pressure on Russia in the coming time. In the context of the ongoing conflict, the U.S.'s easing of restrictions on long-range weapons and Germany's steadfastly cautious stance show the division in the approach to supporting Ukraine. However, with the increase of attacks on Russian territory, the war situation is at risk of escalating and becoming more unpredictable than ever.